what's up? Welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. Today we're going to do a fact of fiction fitness edition. So a few days ago I put up this question sticker on my Instagram. I'm going to leave the link to my Instagram handle down below because that's where I share a lot more information about training and nutrition. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, then go ahead and follow me there. This is not going to be necessarily a very detailed in-depth video, but if you are interested in the science behind some of those things, I am going to link a few videos up here wherever I have done in-depth videos on a particular topic. For those that I haven't done in-depth videos on, I'm just going to give you a fact or fiction, maybe like a general description of why it's a fact or why it's fiction, and then move on to the next so that this video doesn't end up being 40 minutes long. But if you want me to do a detailed video on any of these topics, please be sure to leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to look into it. Now without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so the first question I have is, or rather the first claim that I have over here is drinking whey protein when not working out will lead to an increase in fat. Now this, my friends, is fiction. This is not true. First of all, whether you put on weight or you lose weight, right? You gain fat or you lose fat, it comes down to energy balance. I'm going to link my video on this. It's a really useful video. So if you're new to this whole fitness thing, then I 100% recommend you check that out. It's going to clear out a lot of your misconceptions. So if you are in an energy surplus, you will put on weight. Whey protein has nothing to do with it. Another claim that I have heard a lot is that you can't drink whey protein if you aren't working out. Like on the days you're not working out, you can't drink it. Keep in mind that whey is a kind of protein found in milk. And it is a macronutrient, so you need it regardless of whether you're working out or not. Completely safe to consume whey when you're working out, whenever you're not working out, unless you're lactose intolerant or sensitive, then switch to some other form of protein. But in general, protein powders are safe for consumption. You don't only have to have them while you're exercising. The next claim that I have is very close to the first one that we covered, and that is protein shakes are essential or very good for muscle health with workouts. So this is, I wouldn't say it's essential, so that part is definitely fiction. I think if you're able to hit your protein goals with food alone, then that's amazing. And I honestly believe that that's the way to go. I always encourage my clients to try hitting their protein goals through food first, and it's only when they really feel like due to their given lifestyle, for whatever reason, they're not able to hit their goals with food, that's when I recommend, hey, maybe you might want to incorporate a supplement into your life, and that might help you reach that goal. So it's definitely not necessary, but if it helps you sort of hit that target, then it's a great tool to have. Claim number 3 is jeera water helps you in losing weight. This is a big no-no, guys. Huge fictional claim here. Jeera water, lemon water, all these things, they are not going to lead to fat loss. Green tea is not going to lead to fat loss. Again, let's talk about the fundamentals. Let's talk about energy balance. Just changing one component of your day is not going to lead to significant changes. In fact, jeera water, lemon water does nothing for you. Like, people will say it boosts your metabolism. Trust me, if you really want to boost your metabolism, go lift some heavy weight, eat in a surplus, put on some muscle, and that's going to build your metabolism for you, not any single food or drink that people randomly throw out there in the fitness industry. Funny thing is, most of these people who give out these claims aren't even certified. They aren't nutritionists. They have zero knowledge about nutrition and they just blatantly make these claims. Similarly, claim number 4, we have honey and lemon juice in warm water will help in weight loss. No, big fiction statement. You don't need to do it. If it makes you feel good in the morning, I know there are a lot of people who have this as like a morning routine. They like it when they drink warm water with nimbu in it. That's great, but do not correlate it to fat loss. It has nothing to do with fat loss. Claim number 5 is something that I haven't heard too much. It says, I heard salt is the reason behind all the health problems. Just cut salt completely for a better life. Fictional statement again. I think the same thing is said for sugar. Just cut out sugar and all your problems in life will disappear. I feel like these are very extreme approaches, and the recommended daily intake for sodium is about 2300 mg. Anything over that is not recommended, so you don't want to go too far overboard, but you don't need to cut it out completely. The next claim we're covering is having beer with chicken causes an increase in weight. How do we increase weight the right way? Okay, so this is again fiction, of course, because any specific food pairing or any food in particular, any drink in particular, does not lead to fat gain, does not lead to weight gain. It's just, overall being in a surplus, day after day, week on week, month on month, that eventually, the weight starts creeping up on you and you end up putting on weight. So the thing about drinking is, especially for those of you who are social drinkers, it's not the alcohol itself that is responsible for the weight gain. People say that you get a beer belly if you drink too much beer, etc. But apart from the extra calories that you get from the beer itself, there's a lot of snacking going on there, right? Especially in social settings, you will have french fries, you'll have chicken wings, all sorts of stuff on the table, which is generally finger food, very easy to pick up and eat, also generally very calorie dense, very high in calories, very easy to put you in a surplus. So overall, if you are going to be eating in so much of a surplus, your energy expenditure is not as high, you are going to gain weight. How to increase weight the good way, or rather, I'm going to interpret this as how do I put on lean body mass? Well, first of all, have a check on your protein intake. Of course, the requirement will vary from person to person. If you are someone who is actively working out, which I 100% recommend, in order to increase muscle mass, you want to lift some weights, get a hypertrophy program designed for you by a coach. Stick to a program, progressively overload in terms of the weights, and in terms of nutrition, you want to make sure your protein intake is on point. Anywhere between say 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kg of body weight is the protein requirement in grams that you should be aiming for. Of course, this is a very ballpark figure and you should reach out to a nutritionist or coach if you want a more personalized program for you. Start tracking your meals. Make sure that you are really meticulous about your approach. The reason I say this is because the more data you have, the more you can analyze. The more you can analyze, the more tweaks you can make if things are not working out. The next claim we are going to cover is guys shouldn't eat soya chunks for protein because it increases estrogen level highly. This is also a fictional claim. It's not true. It is a huge fitness myth going around. I am going to link a couple of studies that have shown that it's completely safe for guys to consume soya chunks for protein every single day. It's not going to significantly, bump up your estrogen levels. It's not going to give you man boobs. There are so many benefits of soy that we tend to overlook. I'm going to link a meta-analysis as well. So a meta-analysis, for those of you who don't know, is it's like a review on the entire body of literature on one particular subject. The next claim I've got here is apple cider vinegar helps you in losing weight. Again, fiction. So in the past, apple cider vinegar was this huge hype word and everyone was drinking apple cider vinegar to help you lose weight, but there is no concrete evidence to show that it contributes to weight loss in any way. So I wouldn't recommend you waste your time over it. Okay, so we've only got about 3 more claims before we close out this video. The next claim over here is that chocolate is unhealthy. Okay, so the thing is, healthy and unhealthy is something that's so vague. For me, following a healthy lifestyle is all about moderation. I do not believe in cutting out food groups, any kind of beverage from your diet, especially those that you enjoy eating. I personally I don't have a huge sweet tooth, but I do love dark chocolate and I eat it every day, almost every day, either in my oats or after a meal. If I'm craving something sweet, that's what I reach for, and that helps me keep my cravings at bay. I know that if I restrict myself from eating that 1 square of dark chocolate on a daily basis, I might just go out there and binge on a stack of waffles with ice cream and fruit and chocolate sauce and chocolate chips and all those things, which is far more detrimental to my progress than that 1 piece of chocolate that I'm eating every day. The claim that chocolate is unhealthy is a rather far-stretched one. I'm not advocating that you eat chocolate in excess, that you eat a lot of it every single day, but personally I don't think there's anything wrong with having it as a part of your diet and still leading a healthy lifestyle. The next claim that one of my followers wants to understand about is the plateau phase, whether that's a fact or a fictional statement. So plateaus are real for sure. I personally have gone through one myself, and one of the reasons that you plateau in terms of your progress could be metabolic adaptation. So I have a whole video on metabolic adaptation. I'm going to link it up here. If you're interested, go check it out. It's going to help you understand this concept a lot better. Nothing to worry about. I think when you're in a plateau phase, a few things that you can do is, of course, change the stimulus. So if you do have room to drop calories further, you can do that, or maybe increase your energy expenditure, or in some cases, coaches also increase the calories given to their client and also increase energy expenditure to sort of maintain the deficit that they had intended on creating initially. So the last claim I'm going to cover today is if a skinny person stops working out for a few days, he or she loses muscle or weight much faster. Is this true? So to a great extent, I would say this may be true, this may be a fact, given that this person is skinny naturally, just generally has a higher metabolism. What that means is at rest in their day-to-day lives, they just end up expending more calories. So if you are trying to put on muscle, it is difficult. It is difficult for many reasons. Number one, eating in a surplus is not as easy as you think it is. If you're eating in a surplus and you're including foods like, you know, McDonald's and KFC every single day, it's very easy to go overboard. But when you're trying to get it from whole foods, when you're trying to really hit your protein, you're trying to get, you know, a lot of complex carbs and fiber, and you end up feeling really full, and that's difficult. You know, sticking to a nutrition program when you're bulking is difficult. Plus there is a good amount of training that goes into it as well. So if you stop training for a while and you're still on point with your nutrition, I wouldn't say, and since this particular claim talks about a few days of a lapse in the plan, I wouldn't say it would affect the person too much. But yeah, I mean, for someone with a high metabolism, if you go off track with training and nutrition, you know, you end up dropping your calories for a while, you may end up losing muscle quicker than someone else who retains it better. And also keep in mind that muscle is expensive, like muscle tissue is expensive for the body. You just need a laser focus. You need someone to keep you accountable, to make sure that you're hitting those targets every day. And a few months down the line, you will truly see progress, and that is what will keep you going. I have trained a few clients who came to me with a similar issue, been skinny all their lives, wanted to put on some muscle, and you know, it took time, but say 6 months down the line, the amount of muscle mass that they put on was very impressive. And I'm going to link a case study of one of my clients right here, maybe put up a couple of pictures so you can sort of see the difference. And hopefully this is testimony to show you that nothing is impossible as long as you know what you need to do, and you just, you know, get into robot mode and do what needs to be done, even on the days that you don't feel like it. Alright guys, so that is going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you would like me to cover any of these topics or any other topics outside the realm of what we covered today in detail, please drop a comment below and I'll be happy to look into it. Please be sure to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this content, and also hit the bell button so you never miss another video from me again. That's all for now guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.